Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So we got Sunday's sermon. It ain't gonna be no mini sermon today, but we will talk about other things throughout the course of the day. I'm gonna react to some of the goofy stuff I heard the one lady saying that other YouTubers reacted to about polygyny. See, women don't like polygyny because they still want to control men. Remember how he told Eve, your desire should be to your husband? He knew that Eve wanted to control Adam. And originally, that wasn't even how it was going to be set up. He just put her in there to help him. She was supposed to have dominion too. But he saw her heart because, the Most High, if he don't do nothing else, y'all don't know him like that. Some of y'all. But those who do know him know that if he don't do nothing else, he gonna be looking at your heart. Because he already know. If he just judged us on our actions, nobody would make it to heaven. Not a single soul. Including me. And I make a strong effort to try to do what's right. I wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it. Nobody wouldn't make it if he judged us merely on what we do. We wouldn't make it. That's all the more reason for us to praise him when he come into our lives. If you are a foundational Black American / melanated / what they tried to put on us black, then it's not that he gonna not save other races, but you have an inside track because those other like the people that came through the other ones, will say, they were creating their own gods, and some of them still are. The word came to our ancestors, man. Why you think the devil goes out of her way to try to deceive us the most, try to get us to embrace thug life, so we'll be out here killing each other, trying to get us to, listen, man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I'm going to tell you like this. See, I don't be wanting to go all the way deep on YouTube, because I know they watch. I'm going to tell you like this, though. The devil's great times 100 probably grandkids pretty much rule the world. And that's why, like going back to something that I heard Ringo say, that's why we see things. I'm just piggybacking off of him because it's true. Somebody tell the truth, I'm going to piggyback off them. It's not that I'm copying, I'm piggybacking, but I'm going to give them their credit. It's like this. This land and the laws of this land is not from the Bible. And if you go on them jobs criticizing the alphabet community, criticizing the J community, you gonna catch some fire. You gonna catch that sizzle dizzle. And I ain't talking about the sizzle dizzle that these women give you. Perhaps they might have created that too. But I'm talking about losing jobs, getting suspended from jobs, getting targeted on a job, getting ran off a job, because the laws of this land are not from the Bible. Now, let me tell you why you as a black person or even as a white person shouldn't be racist. As a black person, you shouldn't be racist towards all of them or any of them, because If you look back in history, John Brown was white, y'all. A lot of the people that was fighting, I don't care what the motive is. People always want to bring out the motive. So what? We ain't slaves no more. Your slavery, a lot of it is self-inflicted now. It's self-inflicted. Yes, it's a monopoly if you want to talk about that, but it's self-inflicted because you don't have to live on no plantation. You can live wherever your money can buy, that people who pull the punches will sell you a house. Whereas they had to live on the masses plantation. But what we want to get into on this video, I want to give some tips of wisdom to women mostly, but men too. Y'all know I like to connect the dots because I'm going to do that reaction on the one lady later on. But we need to try to help these women, man. Because let's be honest, we ain't going to stop having sex with them. And y'all, so you know, the single mother, I get it. It could be a lot of problems. But, hey, listen, man, some of them, it's one on YouTube. I ain't gonna say no names because the spies, I ain't finna give them nothing to spy on no more. One on YouTube, trucker. We having her daughter with her. You can't say some of them ain't good looking. But let's put this wisdom out here, man. This channel is 98.8% based for men. But y'all know, well, I can't say that high because it's all subject. And a lot of stuff I say, they can benefit too. And to be honest with you, I would want them to. It's not an us against them thing. It's you. If you garbage, I'm taking the garbage out. That's what it is. I teach guys, you don't have to put up with that extra, whether you got kids or not. You just don't, and you shouldn't. Because what'll happen is, over time, all the other battles that you face in life, coupled with that, if you're not careful, your body will start to deteriorate. People don't know that a lot of this arthritis some of it be too much going on and get down in your bones. That's some of it. You got to be forgiving people. You got to leave people alone to get that war out of your life. Like, marriage is not supposed to be war. When your marriage becomes war, you're supposed to end it. Wars have to end or everybody gonna die. You gotta watch how I connect the dots. I'm gonna talk about that in the short. If the war doesn't end, everybody's gonna die. Life is supposed to be adventurous. It's supposed to be fun. Yes, we dealing with the devil's people trying to make us miserable, force this, force that, hoaxes and all that. But it's still supposed to be adventurous and fun. If it's not, you got to look at why. When you get with women, it's supposed to be fun. And y'all women, when y'all get with men, it's supposed to be fun. But here's the number one reason why I believe it's not. Because a lot of y'all women, y'all got too much hole in y'all. Y'all just want to just get nasty. And you don't want to do it all to one person. Y'all got to control, just like men have to control our sexual urges and passions, so do y'all women. Don't think it's just us. It's y'all too. That's why y'all be cheating too. And I looked at the statistics. I forgot which video that was I made. They cheat just as much, if not more. And they get tired of the sex from the man first, but it's weird how they still want you to be exclusive to them. See, our human nature, notice I said our, is evil. But a man's human nature and a woman's human nature is evil in a different way. I'll give you an example, like here in Milwaukee. Like when the women come in the store, some of them be having what they call a resting bee face. But other than that, I don't see no women starting stuff like that. Trying to punk people and stuff like that. The guys be doing that. So we evil in a different kind of way. Let's start with the women. First thing I want to tell y'all. First thing, don't do nothing you don't have to do, and don't say nothing you don't have to say. That's number one. If you don't have to do something that's going to create problems, don't do it. Don't text and flirt around with dudes at work. Don't cheat. Don't spend too much money out of y'all bills. That goes both ways. Don't get entitled and selfish. Don't say nothing that don't need to be said. If you criticize him, make sure you criticizing him in a constructive way. Because if he a no matrix type of dude, if his eyes is open, he gonna see right through your criticisms. Like he gonna see that you trying to make him insecure about something, or you trying to take away his confidence. You trying to weaken his confidence. These women are talking about everything from gray hair to bald heads to having a gut. And then what's weird is you can't do it to them. If you do it to them, it's an all-out war. That's why I say don't do nothing that don't need to be done, and don't say nothing that don't need to be said. If you don't want your appearance criticized, don't criticize his appearance. If you feel you need to criticize his appearance, then you got to be open for him to criticize yours. And maybe y'all both could benefit. But you can't be one of them people that you could say stuff about him, and as soon as he say something about you, you saying stuff like, well, if you don't like it, you can go get somebody else. What if he say that to you? And sometimes guys do. Or he say, well, I'm going to find somebody that going to love me for me. You are unwise as a woman if you have a double standard. That's like the most evil and the goofiest and the dumbest thing you could do. Because basically, that means that you're trying to control that man. Which you having a double standard, you want to bring it to him. You want to bring the noise to him, but then he can't say nothing about you without you crying or bringing up other men and all that. This is why we tell y'all guys, man. See, a person, you can have wisdom, but if the other person don't embrace your wisdom, you still ain't gonna get nowhere. I'm full of wisdom. Applying it is something else, but it's there. See, when for us to apply wisdom, it takes more of an effort. Now, I apply a lot of it, but it's been times that, I got in goofy trouble because I wasn't applying the things I know. Like, for instance, I know that things happen when you have car notes and stuff. You might need to quit your job. Or you this. And now you still got to pay that. Or you might get in a car accident and you be out of work. They gonna still be calling for that money. Wisdom is knowing this. Okay, this means that if I get a car note, then I don't go by how much I make. I go by how much I have. We're gonna get into that though. When you make bills, what I learned from my own troubles financially is you don't go by how much you make. See, they gonna try to go by how much you make because they don't care. If you don't pay it, they just gonna take it. But you have to go by how much you have. Do I have the money to pay this car note? You should have at least, if you say, man, I just need a new car, forget that, I ain't gonna keep dealing with these used cars. Okay, that's established. Do you have 6 months of that particular car note that you're willing to pay already in the bank or somewhere else? So if you finna pay a $500 car note, which most car notes now is probably $700. Let's say $700. Do you have $4,200 cash? I mean, it's not to say you're gonna throw it on there, just in case. 6 months. Do you have $4,200 in the savings account? And then I would say, as far as the mortgage or the rent, add 1 month. Because usually it's that month that when people fall behind that month, it make you fall more and more behind. Before you know it, you facing an eviction or a foreclosure. So let's say your mortgage is $1,800 or your rent. My rent is pretty high. It ain't that much though. So $1,800, that bring you up to $6,000. You got $6,000 cash. You say, yeah, okay, well, then it's up to you then. If you do it, it's up to you anyway. But if you do it and you got $6,000 cash, then you already got the money for your car and for your housing put up in case things start to happen. The emergency fund is very important because me not having one at times, that's what was taking me under. Okay, So, don't do nothing that don't need to be done. Don't say nothing that don't need to be said. Y'all got all of this sugar and spice and everything nice in y'all minds. That's going to make you act out, and that's going to make you mess your relationship up. He's supposed to do this. What you supposed to do? That's the next thing. Do you know what you're supposed to do in the relationship? Don't worry about him. The Bible even tells you that. Let him be won over by your lifestyle. 1 Peter 3. The meek and quiet spirit is a great price to God. You raising your voice to your man like that. I want you to know, and this is where I agree with Ringo was right about this too. I don't have nothing against nobody on YouTube. If you right, especially if you really right, I'm going to give you credit. I don't care if it's Anton Daniels. He be right about stuff too. He be right about a lot of stuff. It's just that Pearly thing, how he handled that. A meek and quiet spirit. You say, well, I'm just loud. Okay, you loud. Okay, you loud. But don't fight loud, if you understand what I'm saying. If you a loud person, you an outgoing person, that's fine. But don't be at home waging war on him with that garbage. See, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. I've been married a long time. I've seen my mother and father never got divorced. They dealt with each other. They kind of went their separate way, but they dealt with each other until he died. I know, I saw my grandparents. Y'all hear me talking a lot about my grandparents. She'd be watching my videos to critique. Because she don't, like some women don't care if y'all dudes get helped. They be on the woman's side no matter what. But I'm telling you, meek and quiet spirit. If you loud, but don't be loud with him in the fighting way. Because if he slapped the hell out of you, all you gonna do, you probably gonna lose. You gonna be fighting him in front of the kids. If he know how to fight, you probably gonna lose because he's probably stronger than you. Some women are so arrogant, they really believe they can whoop you. No matter what. This is how some women think. If they seen you cry or they seen you get emotional, they automatically equate that for weakness, and that's why some of them be getting their ASS whooped. Because they start thinking he weak, and they want to test him. You don't realize that some guys, like me for instance, like me, I can get very violent, but I've always controlled that. Since I was a kid, I always knew how to fight. And if I couldn't beat you, I'd pick something up and hit you upside your head with it. But I always controlled that because I always knew that you can get in trouble if you do too much. I always knew that. And it was times where I could have just beat people to sash. And I stopped. Or I chose not to fight them. Let's see what we're looking at. It's been many times like that. Like it was this one little skinny dude. Yeah, he could fight, but I knew I could beat him severely. I was thinking like, man, he ain't nothing. He can't beat me. So I didn't fight him. And he was always trying to fight somebody, and he was never winning. He was a tough little dude from my neighborhood, but he was not winning. And he definitely wasn't going to beat me. So that's what they start trying to think you weak. And sometimes y'all think women can't be arrogant. Women are just as arrogant as men sometimes, just in a different kind of way. They'll get to believing they can beat you. And then as soon as they start losing, they want to call their relatives and call the police and make a big scene out of it when all they had to do was just be smooth. That's why if you around a contentious woman, the Bible already told you what to do. Get on the corner of the rooftop. What is that telling you? Just get away from around her, man. Like I'm done with like arguing and fighting with women. That's over with. That stuff will make you, it'll weaken your immune system. Battling over bills, battling these women. All that stuff will weaken your immune system. Now you ain't never been like a sick person, but sickness come to you easier now. Yeah, if you had a strong immune system, it'll still take a little more, but you still gonna get it over time because your immune system is being weakened by conflicts. Conflicts in your money, conflicts in your marriage. It's not worth it. I don't care if you do got kids. If she try not to let you see your kids, take her to court. Don't fight her. Don't argue with her. Right down to that courthouse and say she's trying to alienate you from your kids. I am not put here for no woman. You are not put here for no woman. And you women, you need to find out, okay, what man was I put here for? Because it's different for y'all. If you don't find one, cool. Still conduct yourself biblically. That's the next thing. Conduct yourself biblically. That means you can't go around because you lonely sleeping with everybody. Loneliness is a state of mind. You got to overcome it by filling those gaps with activities, hobbies, this, that. And that goes for women and men. Sometimes y'all women, y'all take stuff off dudes you shouldn't even be around just to have somebody because you lonely. The next thing, even though you were put here for a man, does not mean that you stay with the wrong man. Well, who's the wrong man? The man who doesn't respect himself, the man who doesn't respect the Most High, the man who poisons himself, the man who doesn't have morals, the man who won't check you when you get out of line. A simp is the wrong man. Y'all think it's right. That says a lot about you. You get out of order, you think you start pouting like a kid because somebody don't buy you something. He's supposed to put you in line like, get out of here, you too old for that. They don't want that, but that's what y'all need. And a lot of the relationships start getting spoiled and failing. That's one of the reasons. Women, they don't like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all like, the majority of y'all. Because if he too nice, you'll take advantage of it for a while. But then you're going to move on to somebody else. If he too strong or if he's strong, you're going to roll with the punches for a while, but then you're going to start to fight against him. That's how it be. And that's the majority of y'all women. The truth is y'all need somebody down the middle. Y'all need somebody that when you being peaceful and you doing what you need to do as a woman, that he gonna reward you and he gonna make you more pleasant, make life more pleasant for you. But when you start yelling at him, you start getting out of line, he's not supposed to just back down. I want you men to know that. If she out of line, she start yelling, do not back down. If she ever put her hands on you, leave her alone. Divorce her. I don't care if you got kids, take that hit. Because them police will kill you, man. Like, especially if you black, you melanated like me, and you live in like a European dominated area, they'll kill you. They'll come in there trying to fight you, and then when you fight them back, they're going to shoot you dead. That's a situation you don't need. I don't care what nobody say, man. Even the ones that's cool. If they come in there handling it wrong, like let's say your wife punch you in the mouth, bust your lip, and you get mad and your reflex, you just get to throwing her around, stuff like that, y'all fighting. If she call them, they gonna come in there trying to fight you. 9 times out of 10. And you already gonna be worked up. Man, think about it, man. That's almost any man. And a lot of men is dead from situations like this. She hit you first or did some old crazy stuff. And y'all get into it, y'all fighting. She called the police. Of course, she gonna make herself look innocent. And they come over there telling you to put your hands up. For what? I ain't commit no crimes. So it's a crime if somebody hit you in the mouth? It's a crime to defend yourself? But they'll come in there telling you to get on the ground. And some of them are, like let's say they grew up in a house where their father just left. He got tired of their mother, he just left. Or they was divorced, whatever. If they don't take that the right way, that's going to be a chip on their shoulder their whole life. So if they see anything domestic, like let's say their father was an old goofball, idiot, smacking their mother around for no reason or for dumb reason. They going to have that chip on their shoulder. And then you get into it with her, even if she punched you in your mouth first, that dude that experienced that in his lifetime, he going to come over there with that chip on his shoulder. And you could end up dead. Ain't no sex worth dying for. Let me say that again. Ain't no sex worth dying for, man. They say, I got that whap, it ain't worth dying for. It ain't worth losing no job. It ain't worth dying for. Stop calling into your job to lay up with that broad. Man, go to work. Forget her. You already got it, right? Okay, go to work. These dudes be tripping, man. They be tripping. A lot of what these guys do is to impress these women. Think about it. You ain't gonna die if you don't get a lining. But some guys will just keep getting lining after lining. Because, they got to look good for the 304s. Instead of just most guys, all right, man, it's time for me to get a line. Like me, it's time for me to get a line. For me, the beard's starting to look funny. Well, it all, I ain't keeping score on myself. So, that's another thing. Ladies, pick your battles wisely. Pick your battles wisely. Don't ruin your relationship because you don't understand. You hurting your kids. You want to move on. You in your heart and your mind, you so selfish and evil sometimes that you just figure the dude you like can be their daddy. That ain't how it works. For one, he shouldn't come in. And here's a wisdom nugget for you men. Do not come in trying to be some other kid's daddy, especially if their daddy is still around. Especially if he wants to deal with his kids. You being evil and selfish, and God gonna look at you for you trying to be their daddy. You with her, not them. If they could be with their daddy, you need to put her in check and let them go to their daddy. Y'all dudes be letting these women fleece these guys, man. That stuff gonna come back on you too. If I dealt with a woman with kids, I gotta know the the details of your child support and alimony. If you doing it out of spite, I'm canceling that. Cause I'm a real man. I'm an alpha. I'm canceling that. Ain't no way I'm finna let you be with me and be doing something to spite to another man. That's gonna mess up things for me in the universe. Be like, so I'll be thinking about it, right? All right, let me see that paperwork. Oh, so you getting $1,200 in alimony. You getting $900 in child support. But you make more than him. What's that about? Nah, the court's trying to punish him. You need to take him off of that. Or a situation where I'll be like, how much you making? How much you getting in that? Well, I got a right to this. You ain't even with him no more. Why you doing that to that man? It's me and you. We supposed to take care of this. They ain't gonna do that though. They ain't gonna do that. Now I can see if you don't live with her and she needs that. A lot of these women, they don't be needing that little money. They just be trying to punish people. That's just extra money. And then they don't give it to the kids. They just blow it on stuff they don't even need. And that's why I'm telling you guys, this is what you do. You think you hurting your kids. You got to stop thinking like that. If you done paid your child support, you know if that child support is hurting your pockets. This is Wisdom Fleet. I told y'all we're gonna be seesawing back and forth. You done paid your child support. She asking you for stuff. Be like, what you do with the child support money? Like, you asking me for money, I need to know what you did with that. You should just be trying to help your kid. Listen, they taking money from me for those kids. What did you do with it? Where is it? That ain't none of it. How is it not my business and I'm paying it? Next thing, guys, do not be nice to these women when you need to be mean to them. Do not be nice to these women when you need to be mean to them. Now, you don't never need to put your hands on them. You 100% always need to avoid that. I'm talking about the way you deal with them. Situations like that I mentioned. What you do with the money. And when you have your kids, always have money to buy them something. And I even heard this on Coach Greg's show. I agree with this. I think it's a good idea. What you buy your kids, leave it at your house. They got a PS5, leave it at your house. Because you don't know what kind of dude he is. He could be a little hype and been a pawn job PS5. Or him and her, they having money problems. Okay, you should have stayed with me. They've been on pawn job, put your PS5 in the pawn shop. You call your kids, what's going on? Nothing. Man, what's wrong, man? I can't even play the game because mama put my game in the pawn shop. What? You can solve all of that Leave the game at your house. You buy the PS5, let it sit there in their room at your house. Because I'm telling you, life happens. She'll better put that game in the pawn shop. And now they can't even play the game that you bought them. Not her, not him. He in there rocking, socking. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, oh. But with you, she was, you ain't getting this. I ain't finna do nothing with you. You called me fat. You was talking about my teeth. But then with him, the legs is up to the ceiling. Stop being sympathetic, guys. Another thing. That go hand in hand with don't be nice to them when you need to be mean to them. Stop being sympathetic towards her because she's a woman. Especially in cases where she divorced you, now she's struggling. So what? You almost should be kind of gloating. And anything you do it directly towards your kid. Don't do nothing that will help her if she take you through a nasty divorce. Remember, don't be nice to them when you need to be mean to them. Now, if she cooperating, like being polite, being courteous with you, respecting you, that's different. That's up for you to decide then. In some cases, I still would be harsh. Why are you calling him for money and he was everything bad when you was with him? I knew this video was going to be long because it's impossible to talk about this. What time is it? In a 9-minute video. So let's seesaw back to the women. I got some. Yeah, still there. Got a couple left. Let's seesaw back to y'all. Your friends are not with him. He's with you. So limit the advice you take from your friends, especially the single ones. Because they ain't going to tell you the truth about why they probably single. She's probably a B. You know that word means female dog. Y'all know anything about dogs? Anybody that know about dogs, they know that female dogs are a little different. Their behavior is a little different than male dogs. Like they can get like a little snippy when they in heat. They also act different when they hungry. I ain't never had female dogs, but I knew about female dogs to the point where, like my grandmother used to always get female dogs. And one of the main things I knew about female dogs is keep your distance. Because the female will bite you quicker than the male. I remember most of the dogs I got chased by when I was a kid were females. A lot of the males, they'll come, roof, roof, roof. They'll bark at you. The master be like, get over here. The female was relishing in your fear. It's like it was a dog. What was that dog name? It was right on the corner. I grew up on 19th and Hampton. And they had a Doberman. I said Dover. You know, black people say Dover. It's really Doberman. My favorite dog. And it's like, it always used to get loose and always wanted to chase me. Another time in the park, man, them dogs was chasing us. We all went separate ways. Two of my guys ran through the park. It seemed like the dogs was mainly after me. I'm screaming, running, just chasing me. Those was females. How I know is I ain't see no wing ding because I was looking back, running. Females. Almost all the time when I got chased by dogs, they were females. The dog that bit me, I believe that was a female. Like, I got bit. I got bit. Like, some dogs attacked me in Texas. It was like 7 of them. People just don't want to believe the story. But it happened. I'm going to get to that next. But I got bit. I was working for Domino's. And I came on the porch. And his dog attacked me. I kneed it in the throat. Kink. Bink. It was, ha, ha. He said, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. And it drew a little blood, too. And I would have sued him, but I got that dog better than that dog got me. Right in the throat, I kneed it. Bam. Had him choking. Or her choking. That was a girl. Because I saw it jump up. Wasn't no wing ding. That dog attacked me. So what happened in Texas, right? We was in a hotel. It was a Motel 6. Dude wasn't even supposed to have all those dogs. I don't know what he was doing. But he had like 7 pit bulls and none of them was on the leash. I told him off too. I said, man, what the hell you doing, man? So they all start scratching at me, trying to bite me and attack me. And I was fighting them. I was punching them dogs, kicking them dogs. So most of them backed off and I was able to get in the car. And one of them kind of tried to get in the car and I got to hitting him with the door to shut it. And he slid out. Because his neck practically, it was hitting him in the side of the head. And I was going to kill him. Wait a minute. Yami, you did that to those dogs? Man, those dogs attacked me. So when I got the door closed, the dog was standing by the door. I started the car and pulled off. I said, man, what the hell are you doing? Get your dogs. They still attacking me. I'm sorry, man. I believe he thought it was funny. I remember I had this little dog in Texas. This is another story. So we was staying at what's called the Budget Suites. Because we hadn't got our place yet. We was going through some issues. So the door was open. This dog was not listening to him. He, come here. So his dog ran in our room and my dog attacked him, had his whole head in his mouth. I told my dog, stop, stop, stop. And he got his dog out. My dog was, you know how dogs smile too. Like they tongue. My dog was happy because I was petting him up. I gave him a treat. I said, good job, good job. He won that fight. He was happy he won that fight because that's his job. That dog came in our room. He didn't know what the dog was going to do. He was, rawr, rawr, they fighting. Man, that dog didn't stand a chance. But back on task, the female dogs were always, their behavior was a little different. They were territorial. Like sometimes I saw people's dog when they had females. They would try to be second in the pack over the wife or girlfriend. If you don't check them and she don't check them. So sometimes these women be just being a bee. And they ain't gonna tell you they friend. They not gonna tell you why they single. So you'll find out though. So don't listen to them too much. Girl, you need to leave him. Why she need to leave him? Because you say so? What did he do? Okay, let's get into that. What did he do? Let me show you reasons why you leave a man. Number one, if he has mental issues where he's trying to harm you. You ain't did nothing. You ain't started nothing with him. He trying to harm you though. He have a bad day at work. He drinking. He come home, take it out on you. Those type of things. You don't leave no man because he gets something from some other woman when you marry. And you don't hold no grudge. But here's what you guys need to do. Let's seesaw back to you. Stop lying to these women, man. Stop making them believe that you're faithful to them if you're not. I would advise you stop being so thirsty. Before you get into any type of relationship with them, make it clear what your intentions are. And let them choose. See, some guys, they so jealous of other men. They don't want no other man to have them, so they'll lie to them. See? Make your intentions known out the rip. That's what real men do. Next thing. Seesawing back to women. Well, really, this is for both. If you getting divorced, you make sure she understands that. Like, and if you and your wife is on horrible terms, and you try to get with her and she still try to bring up your wife, you got to know how to talk to them. You got to know how to vet them. Like, look, it's over for that. Sometimes you got to share a little bit of your business because that might become your business. That's a woman that could become your business. I ain't talking about no pimping or none of that stuff. I'm talking about like in terms of relationship. My phone. If she say, nah, I just can't, you married. All right. I just told you the deal. If you still trying to bring that up, don't even get mad. I know it'll make some of y'all mad that you trying to get with this person and they trying to bring her up like she is still somebody. Just forget her then. Forget her. I'm going to end this video though. Let me know in the comments if you want me to, because I got plenty more. We can make a series out of this. Some of y'all women fight y'all way out of y'all relationships. And you blame him. It was you. A lot of times it was you. You're not supposed to be fighting against a man. You're supposed to be sexing him, cooking for him, and helping him. You're not there to fight him. He got other people that want to fight him. He got people at his job. He got people in the road driving. He got people in the store. You're not there to fight against him. So if you keep trying to fight against him and criticize his every move, looking for reasons to criticize him, when he leave you alone, you know why. You're not there for that. You need to worry about yourself. Them be like the worst women. They be so, it's like with you, they want to be mama, they want to be supervisor, they want to be manager. But with other dudes, they want to be hoe, slut, 304. Nope. Don't let them do that to y'all. Because the woman who always criticizing you, always against what you trying to do, she on her own page, but yet she married. Them be the ones that these dudes are bend over in the bathroom at the club or at Denny's. You sneak in the bathroom and he banging her. You got to know that because y'all be wasting time, man. We don't get no younger. I'm about to be 50 this year. 50 years young. I don't got no patience or time for no type of games. And I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And listen, guys, this is what you need to do to these women who don't know how to treat you.